today's group practice. Haley with the yoga school. Thank you for your patience as I got the whole attendance today. Feel free to use any props you may need throughout today's flow. And I do ask you that you mute your devices as it won't interfere with cueing. I invite you to take a strong standing stance on your mat. You want to have the feet just a little bit wider. We're going to roll those shoulders down away from the ears. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Take a few moments here, tuning into the breath, tuning into the body, and how it's feeling today. This might be a time to set your intention for practice today. My intention is gratitude and acceptance for the journey, dedication to the practice, and gratitude for the season of giving. I now invite you, we're going to take a breath in as we start floating those hands high overhead. We're going to release that right hand just to the base of that neck, taking the left hand towards the left elbow. On the exhale, you're going to gently just lift the right elbow, taking it over towards the left. A very gentle movement here. Be mindful. I invite you to take 3 to 5 breaths right where you are. On the inhale, we're going to release. Find that high salute. Exhale. Inhale. Take that left hand now, just right below that neck. Right hand to the left elbow. And then start making that gentle movement over towards that right side. And exhale. I invite you to take a few breaths right here. On your inhale, find that high salute. Palms touching, exhale. Take it to the right in that standing side stretch. Inhale, find that center. Find that high salute. And exhale, take it to the left. Inhale, float that body to center. And we're going to just release the hands and arms out to the side of the body. We're going to find that star pose. I invite you to take a few breaths right where you are. I now invite you, float those hands, sinking hips towards closer to the mat. Hands are going to be on those knees. We're going to take an inhale as we start opening through that chest. Take that gaze upward. Exhale, chin to the chest, navel to that spine, gazing to our mat. A few times here. Inhale, start making that transition, opening through the chest, gazing upward. Exhale, chin to the chest, navel to that spine, gaze to the mat. Get into your own flow here, your body movement. breath. I now invite you, we're just going to start rolling that body up, keeping the feet exactly where they are. Opening those arms to the side of the body, finding that star pose. Taking a few breaths right here. We're going to start making a transition here. We're going to make sure the left toes are parallel on the mat. Keeping the arms wide, turning that right toe forward. We're now going to start turning that back left foot, finding that high lunge. Exhale. Inhale, turn that back foot, open arms wide. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, right forearm to the right knee, extending left arm over. Exhale. Inhale, start rolling that body up, open arms wide. Exhale, settling to that warrior two. On your inhale, you're going to start turning that back left foot, float those arms high, lunge that right knee a little forward, high lunge. I now invite you, we're going to start turning that body, opening wide, find that warrior two. Taking right forearm, elbow to that right knee, extend left arm over. Exhale. Inhale, float that body up, open arms wide. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, start turning that back foot. Float arms high overhead, finding that high lunge. Exhale. On your inhale, make that transition, turning the back foot. Now we're going to turn left foot, switching sides here. Toes are going to be pointed forward. Right toes are parallel. We're going to inhale as we transition to that high lunge, turning that right foot. Exhale. Inhale, take that body to center, open arms wide. We're going to exhale, finding that warrior two. Inhale, left elbow, left knee, extending right arm over and exhale. Take an inhale as you start floating that upper body up, open arms wide. We're going to take an exhale as we find that warrior two. Inhale, start turning that back foot, floating arms high overhead, high lunge, exhale. Start transitioning here, turning that back foot, open arms wide, exhale, warrior two. On your inhale, left elbow, left knee, extending, right arm over and exhale. Inhale, float that body up, open arms wide. Exhale to that warrior two. On your inhale, turn that back foot, float those arms high overhead, high lunge. Exhale. We're going to take the hands, palms touching, center chest, and just step that right foot forward. We're going to find that strong Tadasana pose. We're going to take 3 to 5 breaths right where we are. Take an inhale as you find that high salute. Exhale, find that fold, be mindful here. Inhale, find that half lift. And exhale, fold. We're now going to extend that right foot and leg back. Take that left leg back, find that plank. If you need to modify, take the knees to the mat. Your choice. We're going to have some fun. Yogi push-up, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck those toes, hips to the sky. Find that downward facing dog. Taking a few breaths here. we're gonna start taking those feet, walking them closer to the hands, and we're gonna roll that body up, finding that Tadasana pose. We're gonna kind of scoot those feet out a little bit wider on the mat. Take an inhale as you start taking those arms high overhead. Find that high salute. We're now going to take that right hand to the base of the neck, left hand to the right elbow, and start just opening up the right side of the body. Exhale. Taking a few breaths here. On your inhale, release. Find that high salute. And then change sides. Left hand at the base of that neck. Right hand to the left elbow. You're going to start exhaling as you start opening up the left side of the body. Taking a few breaths here. Inhale, finding that high salute. Exhale, take it to the right nut side stretch. Inhale, center. Exhale, take it to the left. Inhale, center. We're going to start opening those arms wide, finding that star pose. Exhale, taking a few breaths right here. When you feel ready, we're going to start just lowering those arms. Start sinking the hips closer to the mat. Hands are going to be on those knees. Take an inhale as you start opening the chest. Gaze upward. Exhale, chin to the chest, navel to that low spine. Gaze to the mat. Get into your flow here. Inhale, transition. Gaze up. Exhale, chin to the chest, gazing down. Few times here. On your next inhale, just start lifting the hips away further from the mat. Open arms wide to the side. Finding that star pose. Exhale, taking a few breaths just right where we are. We're going to keep those arms exactly where they are as we start adjusting those feet. We're going to find high lunge. So we're going to start turning that left foot. Take that right toes forward, arms high overhead. Exhale. Inhale, turn that back foot, open arms wide, get ready, settle to that warrior two. Inhale, right elbow, right knee, extend that left arm over on that exhale. Inhale, make that transition, roll that body up, arms wide. Exhale to that warrior two. On your inhale, turn that back foot. Float arms high overhead, high lunge. Exhale. I now invite you, turn that back foot. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, right elbow, right knee, extend left arm over and exhale. Inhale, roll that body up, arms wide. Exhale, warrior two. I now invite you, we're going to turn those feet, moving to the opposite side here. Left toes pointed forward, right toes parallel to the mat. We're going to take a breath in as we start turning that back foot. Float arms high overhead, high lunge. Exhale. Inhale, turning back foot. Turning that body, arms wide, lunge forward to that warrior two. Exhale. Inhale, left elbow, left knee. Extend that right arm over and exhale. Inhale, roll that body up, open arms wide. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, start turning that back foot. Float those arms high. Find that high lunge. We're now going to release the hands, finding our heart, center, chest, and just step right foot forward, finding that strong Tadasana pose. We're going to take 3 breaths right where we are. Inhale, find that high salute. Exhale, find that fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold. Taking that right leg back. Take that left leg back. Find that plank. Modify if needed. We're going to find that Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhale, find that downward facing dog. Taking a few breaths here. When you feel ready, start walking those feet closer to those hands, rolling that body up. Find that strong Tadasana pose. I invite you to take a few breaths right where you are. I now invite you to step that left foot just out to the side as well as that right foot. We're going to have a little wider stance here. Take an inhale as you open arms wide, settling to that star pose. Exhale. Taking a few breaths. Inhale, float those arms, find that high salute. Releasing right hand to the base of that neck, left hand to the right elbow. Exhale, make that movement, opening up the right side of the body. Taking a few breaths here. Inhale, start releasing. We're going to float those arms high overhead, finding that high salute. Then we're going to start releasing left hand to the base of the neck. Just changing sides here. Take an exhale. Taking a few breaths right where we are. Inhale, make that transition. Find that high salute. Palms touching. Exhale, take it to the right in that side stretch. Inhale, find that center. Exhale, take it to the left. Inhale, center, and then we're going to release those hands, opening the arms wide to the sides, finding that star pose. Take a few breaths right here. I now invite you to start sinking the hips closer to the mat, finding that little squat, taking hands to those knees. Take a deep breath in as you start opening through the chest, taking that gaze upward. Exhale, chin to the chest, navel to the spine, gaze down. Get into your own flow here, making those transitions. On your next inhale, we're going to start rolling that body up. Open arms wide to the side, settling to that star pose. Exhale, taking a few breaths right where we are. now invite you, we're going to start settling to that warrior two. Exhale. Start turning that back left foot. Find that high lunge. Exhale. Turn that back foot. Open arms wide. Settling to that warrior two on that exhale. On your inhale, right elbow, right knee. Extend left arm over and exhale. Inhale, float that body up. Arms wide. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, make that transition. Turn that back foot. Float arms high overhead, settling to that high lunge. Inhale, make that transition. Turn that back foot. Open arms wide. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, right elbow, right knee. Extend right arm or left arm over on that exhale. Inhale, roll that body up. Exhale, warrior two. We're now going to make a transition here as we turn those feet to the opposite side. Left toes pointed forward, right toes parallel. Open arms wide. Lunge that body forward, finding that warrior two. On your inhale, turning that back foot. Find that high lunge and exhale. Inhale, turning back foot, open arms wide. Exhale, lunge that body forward, warrior two. Inhale, make that transition, left elbow, left knee. Extending right arm over on that exhale. Inhale, start rolling the body up, open arms wide. Exhale, find that warrior two. Inhale, turning back foot. Arms high overhead, high lunge and exhale. Inhale, transition. Open arms wide. Find that warrior two on that exhale. Inhale, we're going to turn those feet, the body back to center, and just opening arms wide, finding that star pose. Exhale. Take a few breaths here. On your inhale, just roll the hands down, turning those feet where we had them, and we're going to step right foot forward as we settle to that Tadasana. I invite you to take a few breaths right here. On your inhale, find that high salute. Exhale, we're going to find that fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. We're going to take that right leg back. When you feel ready, take that left leg back. Settle to that plank. Modify if needed. We're going to find that Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling, upward facing dog. On your exhale, we're going to sink the hips closer to those feet as we settle to child's pose. And we're going to take a few breaths right where we are, just tuning in to the breath and the body. Relieving any stress or tension you may feel. Let it go. And just breathe. On your next inhale, we're going to start rolling the hips away from the feet, settling to that tabletop position. Exhale, let it all go here. Inhale, start opening through that chest. Take that gaze upward. Exhale, chin to the chest, navel to the spine, gaze to the mat. Inhale, pull through that chest. Take that gaze upward. Exhale, chin to the chest, navel to that spine, gaze to the mat. I invite you to get into your own flow here. Body movement and breath. We're going to take that body back to that tabletop position. And I invite you, we're going to just start walking those hands a little bit further in front of us. We're going to settle to that puppy pose. So be mindful here. Feel free to use a yoga block. Do what feels good to your body. We're going to take 5 to 8 breaths right where we are. Just tuning into that body, tuning into the breath. We're now going to make that transition, roll that body up, walking hands back to that tabletop position. We're going to take 3 breaths right here. I now invite you, make that transition. We're just going to have a seat on our mat, finding that Sukhasana pose. Feel free to use a yoga block underneath the sit bones or a pillow for comfort. Be mindful here, making those few adjustments as we settle in. I now invite you to take an inhale as you find that high salute, palms touching. Taking right hand to the mat, extend left arm over on that exhale. Inhale to center, high salute. Exhale, left hand to the mat, extending right arm over. Inhale, high salute. And then we're going to just release, raindropping fingertips to the mat. Inhale, find that high salute. We're going to intertwine those fingertips, turning the palms upward and exhale. We're going to take a few breaths here. On your inhale, start transitioning that body over to the right side, opening that left side, and exhale. I invite you to take a few breaths right where you are. Inhale, find that center, and then start taking the body over to the left side as we open the right side of the body. Exhale, taking a few breaths here. Inhale, float it to center, release those fingertips and raindrop hands to the mat. Inhale, float those arms high, find that salute. Exhale, raindrop fingertips. One more time, inhale, high salute. And exhale, raindropping fingertips. I now invite you, we're going to take those feet just a little further in front of us as we settle to that Baddha Konasana pose. Soles of the feet touching. Be mindful here. Taking the hands to the feet. You can float the knees up and down like the wings of a butterfly or embrace the stillness, your choice. Listen to the body. It's going to tell you what it needs. You want to be mindful that you have length from the crown of your head to that pelvic floor, grounded to the mat. And breathe. Normal breath here. I now invite you, just release those hands. Maybe float those knees up and down a few times. I now invite you, we're going to hug the left knee into the body and extend the right leg just out in front of you. We're going to take a few breaths here, rolling shoulders down away from the ears, gazing forward. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhale, exhale. One more inhale, and exhale. I now invite you, we're going to take that left foot, crossing it over the right knee. You can take a few breaths right here if you like. You can even take a twist here as you swim, right arm behind you, and gaze out over that right shoulder. Exhale, taking a few breaths here. If you want to have a little bit of a challenge here, be mindful that that right hand is grounded to the mat. You're going to be gazing out over the right shoulder. The left hand is going to start floating up towards the sky. Take a breath in as you roll the body a little closer or over on that right hip. And then you're going to lift the hips away from the mat. Engaging that core. Take a few breaths and breathe. I now invite you, start making that transition as you have another seat on the mat. Release coming out of it. We're going to release that left foot and change those sides. So I invite you to hug the right knee into the body. Rolling those shoulders down away from the ears. We're going to take a few breaths here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. So we're going to start crossing right foot over that left knee. And you can take it just a few breaths right here. If you want to go into that little twist, start swimming that left arm behind you. You're going to take that gaze out over that left shoulder. If you want to play around with that challenge and strength, you can take a breath in and you're going to start rolling the body over on that left hip a little deeper here. And then you're going to lift that hip away from the mat, floating that right arm up to the sky. And breathe. And we're going to gently come out, rolling that body back to center. And take that right foot away from that left knee. I now invite you to hug both knees into the chest. Roll those shoulders down away from the ears. Feet are going to be grounded to the mat here. We're going to take a few breaths right where we are. Just normal breath. I now invite you, we're going to lift the feet away from the mat just a little bit here. Find that little balance on those sit bones. And I invite you to roll the body back, hugging those knees to chest. Exhale. Taking a few breaths here. I now invite you, release the knees, let those feet hit the mat. The knees are going to be bent. We're going to take the hands to our tummy. We're going to take an inhale, filling that belly with air. And exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale. And exhale, release. One more inhale. And exhale, release. Let all that breath go here. We're now just going to simply extend those legs, taking the hands beside us. We're going to settle to our Shavasana pose. Feel free to use a blanket, a pillow for your comfort. I invite you to close the eyes. Relaxing the forehead and jawline. Just normal breath here. Relieve any stress, relieve any tension or worries you had in this moment. Let it go. It no longer serves you.